Hi, John Perillo here. This video we're going to call Amazing Abs. Absolutely. That was Heather's idea. Anyway, we get a lot of people in here. Some of them have good abs, some of them don't, but everybody's all like, how do I get that six-pack? The truth is, most people really don't work their abs that hard when they work abs. They think they're working their abs, but what they're really working is their hip flexors. Okay, hip flexors do this, move this joint like this. Abdominals move like this, okay? So actually the first two abs crunch your chest down, and your lower ab tucks your pelvic girdle and helps you exhale all the way. So if we want to isolate that, what we don't do is get on here, and you'll find everybody doing this. Now, okay, so they've done a little crunch, and then you come up, and basically what they're working is hip flexors, okay? We want to not work our hip flexors, and we want to work our abs. So what we're going to do is we're going to try not to make this joint move, but work this in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck down, then I'm going to arch my body, touch my shoulders without touching my lower back, crunch up, and try not to move this joint, and just just work my abs. A lot harder, and when you pull your chest down, you want to tuck your hips. Now I'll show you a little trick if you want to learn how to do this. We're going to use Nate here. Makes me look tall. Come on, Nate. Remember the last video with Scott Smith? He made me look good. He's like 6'4". He made me look short. Well, this is Nate. Nate makes me look like makes me look tall again. Anyway, here's a little thing you can do with a workout partner, or you can even sometimes put a pillow or something behind you, and you can show you how to isolate your abs. Nate's going to help me. Now, he's up here. Now, notice, this joint isn't going to move. All I'm going to move is, here's my abdominal, right there. And if you think these are easy to do, this isolate your abs, and it's hard to do 20 of those. You might be able to work your hip flexors and go up and down all day, try to isolate your abs. It gets real hard to do, but you'll develop a six-pack real quick. Now let's go over and I'll show you how to do leg lifts. I won't say correct or incorrect way. There's absolutely no incorrect or incorrect. I'll show you how to do leg lifts so we work our abs and not our hip flexors. Okay, so now we're going to go over how you do your leg lifts and we'll show you how to use your abs and not your hip flexors. Now, most people do leg lifts. They're doing this, and this is fine, but here we're moving this joint, and this is all hip flexors. Remember, our abdominals do this. So what I want to do is I want to not move this joint, and I want to work my abs. Remember, I'm going to crunch my chest down, and I'm going to roll my pelvic girdle up at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be rocking back and forth on my pelvic girdle. So arch my back, bow my back, arch, bow, arch, bow. Now look, this joint isn't moving. This is moving. This isn't moving. I'm working my abs here. So you want the six-pack, you got to work your abs. Now we'll go over and we'll show you, we're going to use Nate, we're going to show you how to do some hanging leg raises and isolate your abs that way. Okay, here we are, and Nate is now going to show us, this is the final segment of the abs here. Nate's going to show us how to do hanging leg raises, isolating his abs and not using his hip flexors, okay? And make sure you visit us at Perillo.com, P-A-R-R-I-L-L-O. Okay, Heather makes me say that. All right, Nate, so show him how you do leg raises. So you isolate the abdominals. Now watch, he's going to hold his knees up like he's sitting in a chair, okay? And he's going to hold them up. They're going to be up for leverage. Now he's going to arch his back, bow his back. Arch his back, bow his back. Look, he's using his abdominals. He's not using his hip flexors. Okay, go ahead, squeeze. They get pretty tough to do, don't they? Go, Nate. Yeah. Okay, good. You hold the knees up for leverage, and then you arch the back, bow the back, and you'll really feel it. All right. Thanks, Nate. And that's how you get absolutely amazing abs.